Hello, hello.
So we have some special stuff going on today. So today was the quarterfinals of the Women's World Cup, the day that we're filming. Or the second half of them. So in the first two of those four games, England won. That's very pivotal, because we'll talk about that when we do the English video. The U.S. beat France yesterday. Germany lost to the Netherlands, and then Italy lost to Sweden. I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure I am, I don't pay that close attention to women's soccer. We just saw an opportunity and we're going to jump on it. So, what we're going to do today, and over the next 4 videos, we're going to do one beer from each country, kind of the remaining teams in the Women's World Cup. And then feel free to...
Like the women's American football team, though, we got the first one I think we like.
The first one, the U.S. women's is, I think, favored. I think that this is probably, I think going into this field, this is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Okay. So I actually selected this one.
You did.
So this is from Sixpoint Breweries in New York, I believe.
Brooklyn,
New York, yeah, and this is 6 points where like 6 streets meet up.
Yeah.
I think we might have even done one of their beers before. I remember I'm a fan of their Bengali
That's
IPA.
because it has the stripes on the side. We did that in our first February.
Yeah.
So
and we've been doing Pilz
Mm-hmm.
recently, so I was like, let's try one of their Pilz now.
Yep.
And it's funny, people are like, oh, you're British, you must, whoa, Johnny, sorry. People are like, yo, you're British, you must love soccer, and I cannot stand it. However, I will say, the women's soccer team in the United States are really impressive.
Yeah.
And it's funny, one of the things, I don't like soccer in England because all of the players, I mean, for a start, half of them are like imported from other countries. I mean, they had a joke about like France spent 200 years colonizing Africa so they'd have a decent World Cup team.
It's funny because we talked about that when we were, some coworkers and I went out for drinks yesterday to watch the World Cup, and we talked about the atypicalness of the look of the French soccer team.
Yeah, it's something like 6% of the American the French population is like not white, and then like 60% of their team.
Yeah.
But there's a funny thing in England. You know, football is a huge thing, but you have all these pictures of like the male players being touched like that and then falling over, being like, referee, I'm injured.
Well, I think that's just soccer in general.
Well, no, because then you watch the female soccer
no,
games.
women are different.
And they're freaking brutal.
Yeah. And I think that there's something to be said for, like men can get away with that stuff because that's just what happens. But if women acted that way, they'd be like, well, this is women. So women have to act tougher.
That's a weird... And it's funny because the quote I heard is like, in England, soccer players play like women. And it's like, well, in America, female soccer players play like men.
Yes.
And that's...
It's not an original idea for me to say that. I forgot exactly where I got that idea from.
Yeah.
But there was something else to be said. Like, women have to work harder and have to come in on days when there's... It was like a corporate thing. I don't know. I don't remember. But... there is like a thing about that.
I think there's like a whole discussion about like that. But when it comes to soccer, I would happily say the women's U.S. soccer team is far superior to the men's.
I can easily name more women on the women's national team than I can men on the men's
and
national
team. And I think recently one of those shows did a thing about how like they were so underpaid compared to the men's.
Oh yeah. No, it's disgusting.
Right.
Well, let's get into beer.
So what do you think? We've done a lot of Pilsners recently. My thought is this is the one that's just like perfect.
Yeah, I agree. This is, I said going into this that this was the beer I was most excited for country-wise. It is delivered. This is true. I think this is the best.
Yeah,
this is the best Pilsner we've had too. So
yeah, and I mean I think Victory and Two Roads did like really interesting takes. There was Neshannock Creek. I liked that. But when it comes to it, if you were like, what is the best example of a Pilsner American come up with out of the beers that we've tried, and we've tried quite a few, hands down, this is just like...
It's our 7th Pilsner, and we haven't done Pilsner Urquell, which is the original
Yeah.
Pilsner. So that'll probably be a couple of videos from now when we, after we're done plotting through women's soccer beers. I liked this quite.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Like, this was, I would purchase again. That is a,
I'm not gonna lie. I should really just like make the mental effort and be like, I'm not drinking Stella Artois anymore. I'm gonna be all American.
yeah. I'm still at a point where I
Like beer with taste.
I like to do, yeah, I'm always going to try something new over something. Even if there's a beer that I know I like, I will still go for the new thing just to try something new. And then I guess if I consciously, I guess if I'm at a place like going to Tavern on George, I know their set list, so to speak, and they don't change it that often, so I'll kind of get the same ones there. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm always aiming to try something new and different, and yeah. So, 6-point, excellent job. Go women's national team.
Yeah, good for you. As a Brit, as everyone who hates soccer, I'm like,
Yeah.
USA women's team, best in the world.
Yeah. So, cheers.